Hey there everybody, we're just taking a little bit of time, letting some people filter in here before we start, before Eric starts guiding us through our selection of really beautiful fish today and feeding them and giving us some cool information. Hey there Patrick, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. So today I think we'll be focusing on angels, right?
Yes, we will.
All right, well we got some people coming in. What's up, Ludwig? So we got the man, the myth, the legend here.
Hey everybody, Eric, happy Friday. Thanks for joining us this Friday afternoon. If you need a little break from work, some slack off time, hopefully we can take you away from your job for 5 or 10 minutes. Just want to talk to you about some of the angelfish we offer here at LiveAquaria, and of course all the fish you buy off of Diver's Den or the regular LiveAquaria website. They do come with the 14-day arrive alive, stay alive guarantee. So before I go any further, I gotta thank some of my coworkers. Richie, he stocked up all these fish for us, and my coworker Rory, he shined up the tanks for us. I mean, the tanks are always pretty clean here, but they made them extra clean for us today. So what Ian is showing you right now, we've got a French angel up there.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, French angels are beautiful. They're part of the Palmacanthus species, and typically any of the Palmacanthus angels, they get a foot or larger. So you definitely need a big aquarium for these guys. And almost all angels are grazing type fish. So you definitely want a system that's mature. You want to have some diatom, some algae in there, whether it's microalgae or macroalgae, because angels do a lot of grazing, and some of them take a little bit to acclimate at first. So if you've got a mature aquarium, it can get some nutrients by just kind of nipping off some of those algae and things like that until you win them over to frozen food. All the fish we offer through Diver's Den, they've been in-house here. They've gone through quarantine, and we don't sell fish that are not eating. The only reason they might not eat for you today is because they might be a little camera shy. So we'll put in a little food. Ian, why don't you pan down on this food here?
Oh yeah, sure.
So a big key to successfully feeding angels and definitely keeping them in the long run is just a variety of food. So this is a little bit of a slurry. I've got everything in here from brine shrimp to mysis shrimp. Ocean Nutrition makes an angel formula. They also make Formula 2. Cobalt's got some great frozen food. It's called Omni Marine. We feed a lot of Cobalt, Hikari, New Life Spectrum. Cobalt also has some great ultramarine pellets, and we feed a lot of their spirulina foods. So the key to angelfish is giving them a lot of variety, meaty food. So there's brine shrimp in there, there's mysis. Some of the formula foods, they've got chopped squid, they've got clams. I know Hikari Mega Marine Angel, they have sponge. I think Ocean Nutrition has sponge in some of theirs too, because obviously sponge is a big part of certain angels' diet in the wild, along with tunicates and things like that. So really, you just want to offer them a lot of variety, things that are high in amino acids and proteins. Cobalt also is really good at putting pre and probiotics in their food, and that's huge for fish nutrition. So I'll put John here and start feeding. Hopefully you guys can see this all right. You know, most of the fish in the system, we go with overhead lights because it's just too hard to keep lights on top with how many tanks we're dealing with.
Quick shout out to everybody joining us today on this awesome Friday for our live feed. This is something we have done in the past, and we're hoping to get back to and do more of these things to not only showcase some of the really unique and awesome, beautiful aquatic life we have in our facility, but also help you out, you know, from hobbyist to hobbyist, and show you, you know, not only the beautiful fish, but how to feed them properly or the right foods to give them.
Yeah, so you can see this French angel is doing quite well. And again, you know, French angel, anything from a Pomacanthus species, they're going to get huge. They're going to get over a foot. Most of them will get a foot and a half, maybe even, you know, bigger than that. So, you know, be smart, do your homework with angelfish, get a big aquarium if you're going to get something in the Pomacanthus or Holocanthus species. A lot of times too, some of them can be bullies, so maybe treat them like a Sohal tang or even like a basslet or a grama. You might want to put them in later after their territories are established. That big one back there, Ian's a blue-girdled angelfish or a Pomacanthus.
He's a little skittish, so I'm trying not to get too close, but he is.
And again,
he's a looker.
Again, these fish have all been in the facility a minimum of 2 weeks, but sometimes they're just not used to the camera or us in front of them. So, of course, down below Ian, we've got almost everybody's favorite flame angels. These are Centropyge species. So most of the species of Centropyge or Pyge, however you want to pronounce it, they get anywhere from 4 to 7 inches. Some of them maybe 3 to 7 inches.
Just loving it.
And a lot of people ask if these angels are reef safe. You know, every aquarium is different. They have been known to knit the SBS corals, and if you think about it, after an angelfish sets in, they can be opportunistic. Some people have had success with them in their reef aquarium, and some people have not. So, you know, people ask me that all the time, and I hate to say this, but every fish is different in every situation is different. So we have some guidelines. If you look at our website for each species, we might say reef compatible with caution. And again, some people can keep them with corals, some people can't. Typically the larger angels, you cannot, but some of the smaller ones, the dwarf, pygmy species, you can get away with that. This one's pretty neat in here. It's a young scribbled angelfish.
Oh yeah, he's definitely excited.
Excited or scared or both?
Probably both. A little bit of both. A beautiful flame over here.
So again, what's really cool about these fish being in the facility as long as they're here, we have a very dedicated husbandry team, and these people work very hard. We feed these fish 3 to 4 times a day, and if anything, we overfeed them. And then at the end of the day, the crew comes through and they siphon out every tank so the bio load doesn't get too heavy.
It's always one of the things that blows me away about the crew here is just how meticulous they are with the care and the cleanliness of the tanks. So
absolutely. So they do pretty well, and you can see they've all got good weight to them. It's kind of a neat fish, similar to a bicolor. It's a joculator angel.
Simple but beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites here. Is the lemon peel. Let's see if he's hungry for some lunch. So again, for everybody just joining us, we're doing our live feed today. We're just focusing on some of the angelfish we offer here at LiveAquaria, and we're talking a little bit about angel nutrition because angels can be tricky. You can see this guy's going to town. Again, you want to offer them a lot of meaty foods, mysis, brine shrimp. Like I said, Hikari makes an angel formula. Mega Marine Angel, Ocean Nutrition makes one, Cobalt makes a great one. And a lot of these foods too are enriched with vitamins. So if you look in my cup here, I don't add water. This is all just thawed.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, my nice little slurry.
Like
and the reason I don't add water is because so many of these foods are enriched with vitamins, so I just let them thaw out. Because if they sit in the water too long, they'll separate from the vitamins.
Yeah. Really good, high quality food. We're so proud of these fish.
So let's see if we can get Mr. Blueface to come out. He's a little shy. He's hanging out behind the return pipe.
Hey there, Jeremy. Looking for the rosy panda barbs? I don't know if we have any right now.
I know we had some in a little bit ago, and that is a fish we have been getting in somewhat regularly, so definitely check on Diver's Den. I will talk to Patrick. He's one of our supervisors here. He orders all of our freshwater fish, and I'm sure his wife Melissa's watching. So, Missy, if you're there, hello. So, Ian, right next door, we got
beautiful
iconic Emperor Angel. These have always been one of my favorites. I remember in the late 80s seeing one of these for the first time and just being awestruck. So that is obviously the adult phase. We do have a juvenile next door. We'll see if we can get him to come out.
Oh yeah, I see you there.
There we go. And again, people, I apologize for the glare at home. It's too cumbersome to have a strip light over all these tanks because we're in and out and feeding all the time, and you can imagine the moisture in here, they just don't hold up.
We found this to be a pretty effective system, keep the stress down, but also hopefully give you guys as clear a picture as possible.
So yeah, this guy is, I'm guessing, about probably 4.5 inches long, and it's a juvenile version of the adult next door. Anybody who's into angels know that, but if you're new to angels, it's pretty cool how they morph over time. There's a lot of species that do that. And you know, every aquarium is different as to when his transition will start and how long it will take. You know, I think it all depends how often you feed them and things like that. Of course, next door, from the Caribbean, we've got a beautiful queen. And these guys, as beautiful and hardy as they are, this is one of those angels that can get a little obnoxious in your aquarium, so you might want to wait and make him one of the later fish, or the latter fish that you put in. Because what happens is they're kind of like African cichlids. They set up and establish a territory and will terrorize, chase around anybody that comes in. So Ian, right next to the adult, we've got a juvenile form. That fish is probably about 2 inches long. So maybe 5 years it'll look like the one next door. Who knows?
Hey there, Randy. You want to see the filtration system? We're not going to be covering that today, but actually, quick shout out to our open house tour that we're going to be having on the November 10th. You know, you can always go sign up for our open house tour. I'm just going to throw this in there real quick. If you're physically able to make it to our facility, it's something we do for the public when we can. But if you're not able to make it, if you've got a long way to go, you can always join us live on Facebook, and you know, you can sort of get all that information there. We'll be going over the filtration systems. We'll be following the tour as if you're here. So if you really want to see more about the facility that we're not going to cover today, the open house tour on November 10th next month is going to be the way to go.
Or check out some of our older videos on YouTube. Yeah. I know we definitely break it all down there because our filtration system is pretty impressive here.
We need to offer more lines and scorps like you used to.
We're just starting to. Thanks, I know we've got 2 or 3 Antenadas and QT. I think I saw a Radiata last week, so we are going to start offering those.
I think we were just having a conversation about that the other day. So.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the feedback, Captain. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And thanks for watching, everybody, again, who's tuning in on this Friday, taking some time out of your afternoon to join us on this little live feed session. And
if we don't get to your question now, when we repost the video, between myself, Ian, and our awesome coworker, Calvin Fujikawa, we always go through it. We answer them to the best of our ability, and if we get stumped, we go to our director. So right. Kevin is always accessible and
team effort.
A wealth of knowledge. So let's drop down below here. Yep, Annularis, a little shy, hiding in the corner. Again, these fish aren't used to having a camera stuck in their grill. And
yeah, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
So down here, Ian, we've got a true personifer angel. It's nice and dark, and it's hard to see on the caudal tail. Those 2 little tiny black dots are the beginning of the band he's gonna get. And that's going to differentiate him from a false personifer.
Love to see a video on the butterfly care, Michael. That's a cool idea. We'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's definitely one we've discussed, and probably see something like that going into 2019 because we're really going to start ramping up our videos, especially on nutrition because we know it's wanted and needed, and everybody can glean something from it.
Nice blue face angel here.
He's thinking about it. We're staring at it.
All right. You won me over.
So again, for those just tuning in, we're talking about angelfish nutrition. I've got a slurry of food here, everything from mysis to brine shrimp to certain types of angel formulas, with everything from oysters and scallops and clams that are chopped up to sponge. There's even some Formula 2 in here, which has algae in it. You need a lot of algae. You just need a lot of variety for angels. And again, we're talking about you don't want it to necessarily be your first fish, especially in a new aquarium, because you don't have any mature diatoms or algae growing yet, and angelfish can become territorial.
Kevin says he can't wait to start up his reef tank. That's an awesome feeling. We definitely can understand and share that sentiment. real quick, you know, if you have any questions or, you know, if you're just kind of stumped on something, just let us know. We're here to help. You know, we're not only just providing quality aquatic life, but we're also giving that information as well. So.
Yeah, Ian is absolutely right. And during normal business hours, during the work week, I man the Facebook page, and our traffic has definitely been picking up there. So feel free to send us messages through the inbox. And
this can be kind of an overwhelming thing for some people sometimes, and so that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to also, you know, give up that good information, that good advice, and start people out on the right foot. Melissa asks, is it necessary to make a reservation for the open house? No, it is necessary. Yep, you can't just show up. So time's a ticking. So if you really want to, and you can make it to our Rhinelander, Wisconsin facility, definitely head over to that link in the comments there and sign up. Like I said, otherwise, if you can't physically make it here, totally understand. We'd love for you guys to join us if you can. We're going to be live streaming November 10th, the day of it, and taking you around as if you were here.
You should do a video of your fish for sale on my page called Corals in Michigan. All right, Tom, keep that in mind.
so this is a Griffiths angel, or Griffiths eye angel. It's a type of Palmolichthys angel. I think there's about 8 different species in this group of angels.
Very cool looking.
Yeah, it's in the same family as the banded angel. So it's a cool fish. Looks like he's ready for some more.
Smile fishing rest.
You know, along with all the frozen meaty foods, like I said earlier, we do feed a lot of pelleted food. We feed a lot of cobalt. Their marine pellet is awesome, and we also feed New Life Spectrum. We feed Hikari. It's all about variety, and you'll find out what your fish like. Every aquarium's different.
All right, he's pretty
So
happy.
Ian, as far as our frozen foods go, to those of you who never ordered frozen food or aquarium supplies from us, we carry everything from aquatic life to aquarium supplies to frozen food. Our frozen food, we have quite a selection. If you look on our website, it does have to ship separate from the livestock, so it is an additional $20 charge, but you can order as much frozen food as you want for $20 and we'll ship it to you.
All aquarium supplies ship separately from our aquatic life, and you know that's just for obvious reasons. Like aquatic life has to ship at a faster rate than most aquarium supplies. So if you do happen to order both at the same time, you'll see how that's broken down in your checkout process. But yeah, definitely if you happen to be looking for some aquatic life, you know we definitely got some good quality aquarium supplies to help you out too. Filter media, food, salt, all the good stuff. Lighting. All right, where we going next?
Well, thought we had a regal in one of these. So we got a nice little Potter's angel in here. And what's cool about this Potter's, he's in with some captive bred hogfish. So that's pretty cool.
Where's the hog?
And getting back to the frozen food, we do
seem
ship in an insulated container with freeze pack, so it stays frozen. And if you should ever have an issue, if it comes thawed or it's no good, we will definitely replace it for you.
Everybody's coming out now.
Awesome. What else we got?
Oh, here's a little regal. Here it is.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my favorite angels, a regal angel.
Fish in there.
Let's see if it comes out. There he is.
Yep.
Oh, I just scared him. So he's a pretty little fish. As he grows and develops, he's going to lose that big ocelli or that eye spot on his dorsal, and he'll get more blue in his striping, and he'll get a lot more vivid with the yellow and the orange on him, become more intense. It's a beautiful little fish. So for those of you that are new to LiveAquaria, we also have an Instagram page. And if you look on there today, I posted a video of our clownfish system. We had 3 different sets of clowns spawn within the last 24 hours. So our operations manager, Steve, thought maybe it had something to do with the full moon last night. I wonder if anybody out there has any experience with that. So I thought that was a pretty good call on his part, but it's pretty cool. So we try to typically do Instagram daily, whether we bring over diverse den pictures from Facebook or I do video. Sometimes if somebody asks if we have a certain fish in the facility, I might just do a little quick video and throw it up on Instagram for them. So again,
Yeah, that's actually a really good call.
yeah,
Instagram's a good place if you're looking for something specific. We'll definitely try to get you a shot out
a
there.
video.
Yeah.
And like I said, hit me up on Facebook. You just send a message to the inbox. I handle most of that during normal business hours, Monday through Friday. And if I can't get around to it, Kelvin or Ian will.
Yep, that's what we're here for.
All right, Ian.
That pretty much wraps it up, or we got something else?
Yeah, that's going to do it for today. And again, like Ian said, we are going to live stream at our open house on Saturday, November 10th. And I believe we'll probably be live streaming somewhere between 10 and 2.
10 to Central Standard, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of people in the facility. We can show you some of the filtration, our show tank, and
Our tours usually start at 10 a.m. our time, and so we'll usually start sometime around then. Because we like to, get the crowd involved and really kind of bring you guys into as a willing participant, just like if you were here. So.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend, and heat them, feed them, and for the sake of the hobby, breed them. Take care.
All right. See you guys.